Good morning, boys and girls. As the title says, we're going to be learning about the area of a rectangle and a parallelogram. Basically, a rectangle is any four-sided shape that has right angles. So it can be a square, it can be a rectangle that looks standing up, and it can be a rectangle that's laying down. Basically, the formula is base times height. So this goes for any rectangle, like I just said. This is our base, the ones in the bottom. Yes, the bases, this one and this one look the same, but it's flipped upside down. It's usually just referring to the one in the bottom, like I just said. So we have our base and we have our height. And like I just said, the formula is base times height. So area equals BH. Think of the base and the height as your variables. This means this B stands for base and this H is for height. So you can write it as area equals B times H, or BH, because remember, when we have variables, if they are next to each other, this means they are being multiplied. Now, if we have a rectangle, just so I can show you the process, pretty simple. With a height of 2 and a base of 4, all that means is that area is equal to base is 4, so 4 times 2. Now, you can put it backwards if you want to. It doesn't really affect the answer, because 4 times 2 is the same thing as 2 times 4. So 4 times 2 is 8. So our area for this rectangle is 8. But here's the thing. We never leave it as just a number. Area is always shown as squared units. So I'm going to leave that right there. Area is always shown as square units. So our answer is going to be area equals 8 units square. I almost forgot how to spell square. Okay. If your problem would have been 2 inches and 4 inches, that means it's a little rectangle about that big and that long. It would have been 2 inches and 4 inches. That means that our answer would have been 8 inches square. The units represent whatever we're measuring in. So this could have been inches, meters, feet, miles, nanometers, millimeters, centimeters, yards, whatever it is, you're gonna square that. So that's why we call it unit squared. So whatever our answer is, or whatever our unit is, will replace the unit value. In this case, we didn't have anything specific, so it is 8 units square. Now, parallelograms. Parallelograms are a bit different. Parallelograms look like a rectangle that has gone on its side. So it might look something like that, or maybe something like that. Now, for parallelograms, the area is also base times height. Here's the reason why. If our height was 3 and our base is 9, our problem would be area equals 9 times 3. But this is how we justify it. Basically, this little triangle that's extra goes over here. You see, this little triangle and this little triangle are basically the same size. This triangle goes over here to make it a complete rectangle. So imagine we erase this because we moved it over here, and now we have a rectangle. Same thing over here. Look, this one looks a bit different. Oh, let's figure this one out. Area equals 9 times 3. 9 times 3 is 27. That means that our area equals 27 units squared. Remember, if we want to write squared, we can always write just a little 2 as an exponent, telling us that this means 27 units squared. Now, let's go back to the other parallelogram. This one, look at the height. It goes right down the middle. Let's say our base was, we'll do 5, just because I like the number 5. And our height is 8. Again, if we move this piece of the rectangle, of the parallelogram, to this side, that means we don't have it here anymore. We get a rectangle. So our area equals 5 times 8. That means area equals 40, but we have to write it as 40 units squared. Okay? So remember, for parallelograms, rectangles, and squares, the formula will always be base times height. So area equals base times height, or BH. Okay? Hope my little video helps you guys with today's lesson. Try your best. See you guys soon.